The most potent prefix in Indonesian language. Prefix me. It transforms any word into verb. Halo, selamat datang. Senang berjumpa lagi. Mari belajar bahasa Indonesia. Bagian ke-24. Today we will learn about introduction to prefixes, ber, and me. Ingat, to always repeat after me whenever I speak in Indonesian language. Sejujurnya, I have been avoiding discussing prefix me because even though it is the most potent prefix in Indonesian language, you don't need prefix me for survival. Some Indonesians, even until the day they die, don't master all of Indonesian affixes. Indonesia is a new language. It was developed in the 20th century as a language that would unite more than 700 ethnic groups in Indonesia, and prior to Indonesian language, there were and still are multiple alphabets in Indonesia. The original or main base language is taken from Central Sumatra because most of the earlier modern written literature are from that area. And in Central Sumatra, writing was not the activities of the elites. And most of the freedom fighters were already influenced by or used the language because many of them were from that area. But of course, no language is a complete language. Every language always evolves, and some ethnic groups communicate some things more than other ethnic groups. For example, the word rice in English, in Indonesian language we have padi for the plant, gabah for the fresh grain, beras for the peeled grain, nasi after beras is boiled, but freely. Why freely? Because we have lontong, where beras is boiled inside a banana leaf. Ketupat, when the beras is boiled inside coconut leaf. Rengginang, nasi or lontong or ketupat that has been dried and then fried. And many others. Every ethnic group in Indonesia contributes to the new language. Every interaction affects our culture, and the contribution comes in forms of words, grammar, and cultural meanings. They can add but cannot subtract, which means no usage is wrong. Just because something is not standard doesn't mean that it is wrong. And they can be different, but as long as they are understandable, they can never be wrong. That's why I often emphasize on the flexibility of the language. Language is present to serve our needs. So the level of mastery of any language, even your own language, native language, depends on how much sophistication is needed in getting your message across. Basic comprehension is enough for survival. Basically, you just need to know the vocabulary. Intermediate comprehension is important to be able to do business well. The highest level of mastery is required for advanced academic works and legal matters. So, if you're just learning for survival, just relax and let's just have fun learning more. Okay, so mastery on prefixes, suffixes, infixes, and confixes makes you a powerful communicator. That's why it is better to master them. And it instantly strengthens your vocabulary. It also shows level of sophistication of you as the speaker and is a sign of being cultured, educated, well-read, well-structured thinking, and mastery of life matters. And it makes you an elite because mastery of language is the kind of elitism that cannot be acquired with money. But remember, even though you have reached that level of elitism, that level of sophistication, sometimes we need to shed this sophistication when we talk to general people. And capability to shed some sophistication to make sure that your interlocutor understands you because they probably have lower level of language mastery shows a new level of sophistication of yourself. I mean, even though you know you are sophisticated, but knowing when not to be sophisticated is a sophistication on itself. Okay, let's move on. Today, I will introduce you to two most commonly used prefixes for verbs, ber and me. So, let's look at them. Prefix ber and me both are used in active sentences and transforms many words into verbs. Specifically for me, it transforms anything into a verb. Ber is used for intransitive verb, the verb that does not require object. For example, in English, the word is I'm running. I'm running doesn't require object. But prefix me can be used for both intransitive and transitive verb. We'll look at them more in detail. Mari langsung kita lihat contohnya. The word is gantung. It's a verb which means to hang. And I've given you two pictures to understand the context. In the first picture, we can say dia gantung pada tali. This is an understandable sentence, but it is not perfect, but still understandable. But when we use ber, it will be better. Dia bergantung pada tali. Tali is not an object because the thing that he hangs is not tali. The thing that he hangs is himself. Dia bergantung pada tali. Now, Let's see another example. Dia gantung lampion. It is also understandable, but, well, it is not perfect, but understandable. But when you use me, it becomes better. Dia menggantung lampion. Lampion is the object. Dia menggantung lampion. You see goes between me and gantung, and we will discuss it in the next slides. The word is gantung. It's a verb. It means to hang. Dia gantung pada tali. It is not perfect, but it's understandable. It's better when you use ber. Dia bergantung pada tali. You can also use me. Dia menggantung pada tali. This case, you can use me, but for the other picture about lampion, you cannot use ber. Both sentences, dia menggantung pada tali, and dia bergantung pada tali, are correct. Some ethnic groups prefers ber instead of me, and some vice versa, and all are correct. In Indonesian standard language, the meaning is slightly different, but so slightly that you don't need to worry about it. Now, another word, batu. It's a noun, it means stone. Pantai ini berbatu. Binatang purba ini telah membatu. We can use ber and me, but in this example, the meanings are different. Ber means has, me means become. Another word, merah. It's an adjective, it means red. We cannot use ber. We can use me. Wajah mereka memerah. Wajah mereka memerah. Saya berharap Anda mulai paham. Lain kali, just guess the meaning that might suit it. Mari kita coba. Tulisan ini bermakna sangat dalam. Tulisan ini bermakna sangat dalam. This writing bermakna very deep. Makna means meaning. So, we can guess what bermakna means. Tulisan ini bermakna sangat dalam. Mari kita lihat satu lagi. Dia berpakaian sangat rapi. Dia berpakaian sangat rapi. Dia berpakaian sangat rapi. She berpakaian very neatly. Pakai means to wear. Pakaian means something we wear, clothing. Please see lesson 7 about suffix an. So, dia berpakaian sangat rapi. Berpakaian is a verb that has something to do with pakaian. Berpakaian means to wear clothing or to dress up. Bagaimana? Saya berharap Anda paham. Saya berharap Anda paham. I berharap you understand. Harap is a verb. It means to hope. Berharap means to have hope or to have wish. But because harap is already a verb, you can say, saya harap Anda paham. This is also correct. Mari membahas prefix me. Mari membahas prefix me. Let's membahas prefix me. Bahas is a verb, means to discuss. Membahas means to discuss. It means exactly the same, just different level of sophistication. Mari bahas prefix me is also correct because bahas is already a verb. Now you start thinking you probably do not need to learn me. What makes prefix me super fun is that it often changes the first letters of the basic words. For example, me plus akar becomes mengakar. Me plus batu becomes membatu. Me plus cuci becomes menyuci. Me plus dulang becomes mendulang. Reason for the changes is simply for ease of pronunciation. Let's compare the pronunciation. Listen to me and decide which one is more comfortable to pronounce. Meakar versus mengakar. Membatu versus membatu. Mencuci versus menyuci. Mendulang versus mendulang. Similar change in enunciation also happen in other languages, such as in Arabic, min plus kuli becomes min kulli in pronunciation. Min plus ba'di becomes min ba'di. Also happens in English. Big becomes bigger. Pronounce plus iate plus ion becomes pronunciation. Now let's see the whole list of me. Me, mem, men, meng, menge, menye. Mengakar. Membatu. Menyuci. Mendulang. Mengekor. Memikir. Menggonggong. Menghapus. Mengincar. Menjemput. Mengena. Melapor. Mengelap. Memakan. Menisab. Mengobat. Memukul. Merusak. Menyapu. Menata. Mengupah. Mewabah. Meyakini. Menziarahi. Let's group them together. So, basically, for these letters L, M, N, R, W, Y, there is no changes required. When, especially for L, we will see another example. For B, F, P, we add M. For J, D, T, Z, we add N. Not only add, it also transforms T to N. For A, G, H, I, K, O, A, U, we add ng. Specifically for word that starts with L and has only one syllable, we add ng. C and S becomes ny. Hati-hati. Hati-hati. Many Indonesian basic words have me as their first syllable. For example, menang. It's one word. It's not nang plus suffix me. It's already full word. Mekar, also one word. Mekar. Mencong, also one word. Mempan, also one word. Mentah, also basic word. Membal, that's also basic word. How to give them prefix me? Well, just do this. If they starts with M, you don't do anything except adding me. So, for example, the word menang becomes memenangkan. Because it starts with M, you just add me again. I will discuss more in depth this potent prefix in another video that will be dedicated just for this prefix. Now, how to differentiate between words with suffix me versus base words? Just enrich your vocabulary. You can review my other videos about vocabulary. In my next video, I will tell you about a famous Indonesian folklore from which we can learn about many new words in all types of sentences, review on all of the previous lessons, understanding about Indonesian ethnic groups, and Indonesian values which can be different between ethnicities. Sementara itu, teruslah berlatih. Sampai jumpa di bagian selanjutnya. Salam.